Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, I am Miguel Balcera, the proud principal of Miami Art Studio, and I would like to get this started today. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for being here. As you know, this is not a school day, but yet we were able to attract 200 members of our school family for this historic day for Miami Art Studio, and that's exactly what it is. This is a historic day for our school, our students, our teachers, our faculty, and the community here in Miami-Dade. I want to thank a few people before we begin. First, we are honored to have our guests from London, from the London New Year's Day Festival, Parade Festival. Thank you for joining us here in Miami. Thank you. We want to thank you for this opportunity that you're affording our students. So if you could please stand to be recognized. Mr. Bob Bone, thank you for being here. Mr. Steve Summers, thank you for being here with us. Mr. Jonathan Wade, thank you for being here. And Dean Oblonsky, thank you again for being here. Truly honored to have you all here for this very special invitation. We would not be here without some very special people. First and foremost, we are here because our students have worked so hard to receive this honor. Their hard work was on display at the National Festival last year, which is where they were recognized. So let's give a big round of applause to our Wind Symphony. And the leadership, the two individuals that take them to these new levels and are always challenging them and finding opportunities to connect the world through music, which is why they take them out of state, and in this case, out of country. We would not be here today without the vision of Mr. John Bixby, one of our directors. And of course, Mr. Eric Rivero, our second director, our other director. Thank you. So with that said, I will turn it over to Mr. Rivero for some welcomes. Come, Mr. Rivero, please take over. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome you all. Just really exciting time at Miami Art Studio. We're thrilled to have our guests here from London to do this presentation. Today, you're going to get to hear the Miami Art Studio Wind Symphony, which they just finished winning an award last week, a national award from the Mark of Excellence. So it's truly an honor to be playing for you today, and we'll go ahead and start off with a piece entitled Fanfare Forza.
There we go. So the next piece we'll be playing for you, conducted by Mr. Eric Rivero, is called Beyond the Horizon.
we'd like to take this opportunity to go ahead and please welcome up the CEO, the founder of the London's New Year's Day Parade, Mr. Bob Bowman. Please give it up for him.
Oh, gracious me, how are we? Good? You have to be great after that performance, don't you? I think you're absolutely. Now then, we have to adjust this a bit for me because I'm vertically challenged, but there we go. Okay, you're understanding me anyway, I think, aren't you? Language is English, no accent, you've got that. And we'll take it from there. As Mr. Rivera said, I am the founder and chairman now of London's New Year's Day Parade and Festival. The and Festival bit is terribly important because that's where these young people will be coming in 15 months' time to perform. Let me tell you a little bit about the thing in London that we have over the entire New Year's week. Well, it all started 38 years ago with a massive street parade. Well, it wasn't so massive 38 years ago, but it is pretty massive now, which has, you know, like 10,000 participants or something, or 9 anyway. And it has a street audience of 2/3 It has 340 million people watching it on TV around the world. So it's a pretty big deal. But we'll come to that just in a minute because I'm hoping these guys might help out in the parade a little bit. But what we're really here to celebrate and to invite these incredibly talented youngsters to is the festival part of the New Year's Week program. And we now produce a total of 11 concerts on over the New Year week in central London in some of the most incredible venues. The principal venue in which we perform is the Cadogan Hall, or simply Cadogan Hall actually, and that is the home of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, and it's also the second home of the famous Henry Wood Promenade concerts that take place every summer and early autumn. And that is exactly where these talented young people will be playing. The tickets for these concerts sell out in seconds because everybody has got to understand that they're going to hear and see some amazingly talented young people from the United States and from the United Kingdom. I can't really say enough how appreciative we have been over the years of the American participation in our event. It has been simply amazing, and it's helped to make really the festival that we have today as important and as impressive as it is. And I am absolutely certain that these young students here will be amongst the best we have ever had perform in London. You should be unbelievably proud of how good they are. They came to our attention a year or so. They came to our attention about a year ago by recommendation, and a lot of people get recommended to us actually, and a lot of times possibly those recommendations aren't quite as good as, well, the reality is not quite as good as the recommendation, let's put it that way. But on this occasion, the expectation has been far surpassed. I am incredibly excited about having them come to London to make music in our wonderful venues that we have there. Incidentally, this is one heck of a state-of-the-art performance space, isn't it? I mean, you know, I would quite like to have this in London, but we have a little bit more pomp and grandeur and history, so maybe that compensates for the lack of technology. Well, it certainly does actually. But so anyway, They will come to London, they will be great performers in wonderful settings, on great stages, performing with other groups, although they will actually be the headliners on one of our gala concert bills for sure. But they'll be performing alongside other groups, as I say, from the United States and from the United Kingdom, rubbing shoulders with some of the best young musicians from across this country and in the UK. And believe me, we have got some extraordinarily talented young people in the United Kingdom as well. So it's going to be a fantastic party. I hope you'll all come and see them in London, because it really is something not to be missed. Anyway, I did say I'd just have a quick passing reference to the parade on January the 1st. It is the highlight of everyone's year in London, and so it's fantastic that you're going to be there at the time the parade actually takes place. I do hope you'll all come and watch, and I would like to think that the young musical students here might even take part in the parade, maybe by carrying one of those giant helium-filled balloons or whatever on New Year's Day. But the most important thing is the concerts, and I know that they will be phenomenal in one of, if not the finale gala concert that we produce in 2025. Anyway, we call our event in London over the New Year's week the greatest event in the greatest city in the world. I very rarely get arguments about the greatest event bit. Sometimes people get a bit sensitive about us calling London the greatest city, because they always think that wherever they come from, it's pretty good too. So what we do on these occasions is we settle for equal greatness today, okay? So London, Miami, so much cinnamon. Not weather over the New Year period, I hasten to add. Anyway, to tell you a little bit about London and what the students can genuinely expect when they come, we have one of our patrons of the event here with us today, and that is Steve Summers, who is the chairman of the London Mayors Association, who are the main patrons of our event, along with one other main patron, which we'll come to later on. So Steve's the chairman of the London Mayors Association. He's also a former Lord Mayor of the City of Westminster, which is a pretty prestigious job, to be honest. And but most importantly of all, he avidly attends every concert connected with the festival over New Year, as well as taking part in the parade on January the 1st himself. Fabulous supporter of ours, and the person absolutely best placed to tell you about London and to render up to you in due course the invitation, the official invitation to come to London to perform. Steve is a very nice chap, but he does like applause. He's just got kind of used to it now. And it won't condition what he does. He'll certainly give you the invitation, but he'll do it with a smile on his face if you make a lot of noise as I invite Steve Summers to the stage.
I'm exhausted. You could have carried on clapping while I did the walk. But oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. It is absolutely wonderful to be here in Florida. I'll be honest with you, I don't get that warm welcome in London all the time, so it's great to come here and get that. So look, it's really, really, really great to be here, and my goodness me, I'd heard how good these people were. I've now heard them. I'm blown away by how good they are. You guys are absolutely amazing. I know amazing performances like that don't just happen. They require a lot of time, commitment, sacrifice, fundraising, etc. So on behalf of everybody in London who are going to experience these amazing, amazing young people, let me be the first to say thank you. Thank you to the young people for their hard work, their sacrifices. Thank you to the school. Thank you to all of your supporters. Thank you to the families. You name it. I know how hard it is to do that, and I want you all to know just how much London appreciates it. Give yourself another round of applause. Mr. Bone said, I am the chairman of the London Mayors Association. I represent all of the current and former mayors of the London boroughs. And we are so, so proud to be associated with this event. And very simply, the reason we are so proud is because it's such a big event for London. The parade and festival are such a highlight of the calendar in the city. So we really only want the best. And you guys really are. So thank you on behalf of London. We really, really appreciate it. But, oh, you're going to give yourselves a round of applause. London, though, what can I say? As a thank you for you guys being absolutely brilliant, we're going to bring you to London for a week, and we're going to make you Londoners for a week. So what does that mean? I mean, I'm obviously massively biased about London, I'll be honest. But I'm going to pick a few things that I think will make London pretty unique, and I think will be things that will really hit the young people when they land in London to perform in this event. We're Brits, okay? We're obsessed about history. There's a little tip for you. We're obsessed about history, and I think that will be one of the first things that will hit you when you come to London. You are going to be passing and enjoying and visiting probably some of the most iconic, recognizable, world-famous, Instagrammable buildings in the world. That's things like, you'll be seeing the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London where the crown jewels are, Windsor Castle, Westminster Abbey where we've just seen King Charles III have his coronation. These are the sort of things that you're going to be living amongst for a week when you're Londoners, and it's going to blow your mind, I promise you. You're musicians, you're brilliant musicians. You're probably going to want to do a bit of culture, I think, while you're in London as well. In the West End alone, that's the heart of London. Just in that central bit of London, we have 75 theatres. So if you want to go and see a show, you're going to be spoilt for choice. We have, I think, in London, probably some of the most famous art galleries in the world. You can visit those for free. We have some of probably the most famous museums in the world. You can visit those for free too. If you get bored with all that, there's lots of shopping. I'm not a shopper, but I know a lot of young people are. We have amazing shopping districts. We've got Covent Garden, we've got Oxford Street, Regent Street, Bond Street. There is so much you guys are going to be able to do when you come to London and when you experience life as Londoners. But there's one thing that I think really, really, really sets London apart from other world cities. I know you guys have got world cities of your own, but there's something that I really think fundamentally sets us apart from every city, and that's the Londoners themselves. Over thousands of years in our history, the United Kingdom and London have welcomed the world. We have about 250 languages spoken in our city. We genuinely think London is probably one of the most open, tolerant, diverse, welcoming cities in the world. And you guys are going to be heroes. What that means for you is you're going to get the biggest, warmest, red carpet treatment welcome you could ever imagine. It is going to absolutely blow your mind. So, please come to London. Please bring your amazing, amazing performances to our event, because the event is only brilliant because of brilliant young people that we have. Well, not on the stage anymore. I hope you haven't already gone to London, but it's people like that that make the event brilliant, and we are so, so grateful. We've got a video to show you before I do the formal presentation, but to the young people here who are going to perform, I want you to remember this. I know there's going to be times in the next 18 months you're going to be tired, you're going to have to make sacrifices to practice, you're going to have to fundraise. I know that, I get that. But there's going to be times when you think, oh, do you know what, I just wish I could just lie on the sofa, go on the Xbox or whatever. I want you to remember one thing. If you come to London and participate in this event and perform like that, I promise you, it will change your life forever. The experiences you have, the things you see, the memories that you will create will change your life forever. So let me say once again, thank you so much. You're amazing. We really, really value it. Now let's watch a video. Thank you very much.
And this is London's New Year's Day Parade, one of the world's great street spectaculars. Live on the streets of Great Britain's capital city. Graced by performers from across the world, and the very best marching bands and cheerleaders from the United States.
The trip's been absolutely fantastic. Our students have had a really amazing experience. They can see all sorts of different things that they normally wouldn't get to see back home, and we're really excited to be here getting ready for the parade route. We always want our students to think worldly, and I think it's so important for them to see other students doing the things that they do, and not just in their small neck of the woods, but on a global scale.
You learn a lot about yourself and what you want in life when you travel, and getting to see another culture, another point of view, it's invaluable to any student's education.
London's New Year's Day Parade is broadcast and streamed live across the USA.
And you know, we have, I think, 4 of these 25-foot giant helium balloons, and
Do you know what? It's the excitement for me, it's the atmosphere. It's just so buzzing down here.
we'll just see right over our shoulder, there they are!
They're
Look at this, running in with all the enthusiasm of New Year's Day.
1,000 participants from 20 different countries.
So they send talent scouts all over the country to find the best of the best and invite them here to London. So we're really honored to be here for this.
Out of the 360,000 cheerleaders who went to summer camp, we are the top 10%. What was your favorite thing? London Eye and the
And throughout the New Year week, there's a superb series of concerts in some of London's greatest and most iconic music venues, featuring the most talented young musicians from the USA and Great Britain. It's the experience of a lifetime.
Very excited, very excited. Mostly nervous.
Yeah.
I know they're excited to go to Oxford and Windsor one of our days.
Our students and I were having such a good time. We're here at Windsor this afternoon. We're getting ready to go into the castle. And for a lot of my students, it's their very first time. And it's so exciting.
Those lucky enough to be invited to London's New Year's Day Parade can wish many millions a Happy New Year and give the world a wave. London's New Year's Day Parade, a cherished turn-of-year tradition the world over. Become a London legend. It's awesome.
do you think? Yeah? And at the end of it, I want to hear the biggest round of applause, cheer, whatever, and I'm going to take that as an acceptance of the invitation. So here goes. The founders and patrons of London's New Year's Day Parade and Festival, the greatest event in the greatest city in the world, take enormous pleasure in extending an invitation to Miami art studio Symphony, Florida, USA, to travel to London to star in the 2024-25 edition of this exclusive and prestigious, world-famous event. You guys are amazing and you're coming to London. Congratulations.
So I think that means you've accepted the invitation, yes? Yes. To be perfectly honest, it's a very long way to come when people say no. I'm pleased to say nobody has ever said no, so that's okay. We have one other, yeah, maybe two things to do. Steve Summers is chairman of the London Mayors Association, and the London Mayors are one strand of, a very important strand as well, of the patronage of the event. However, there is another strand of equal importance, and that is an office, a person called the Lord Lieutenant of Greater London. Not Lieutenant, Lieutenant. Yeah. Lord Lieutenant of Greater London is an office occupied by a person, at the moment it's Sir Kenneth Olisa, that represents the monarch at specific events that the monarch cannot, or the royal family cannot be present at for one reason or another. So we have always had the patronage of the Lord Lieutenancy of Greater London. And although the Lord Lieutenant is not with us today, he wishes to be remembered, or at least celebrated. I think Sir Ken would like celebration, don't you? And always insists that I explain that we have him as a patron, and also he does send a small gift to every institution, every group that we invite. And this year he sent us out with some rather wonderful gifts. It is a plate from Buckingham Palace that celebrates the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla on the 6th of May this year. So I'm going to ask Steve to pretend to be the Lord Lieutenant for a second and, and to present it to your Prince. Something to absolutely everybody, but we can't. Well, we're going to give you London, that's more than enough. But Mr. Rivera, Mr. Bixby, I hope you're nearby somewhere. Steve would like to present you with some rather lovely cufflinks. Having noticed that you wear shirts that require cufflinks, which is great. From the City of Westminster, for one, and from our event for another. You can fight about who gets which, it doesn't really matter. So, there we go. Steve has your... Mr. Rivero, are you going to come and receive your cup? There we are. Now, what do I have to say now? Not an awful lot. Thank you for coming and listening to us today. That was the dull bit of things. Only enlivened, I'm delighted to say, by the terrific music from the students. Again, I can't say how good I thought they were, and I must say again, I am so excited about having them in London and coming to headline at one of our gala concerts in the festival. So that was terrific. I think they should have another round of applause. Just finish by thanking all of you for coming out to hear us today, and more importantly to hear them, and to give a further pledge that I promise that when they come to London at the end of next year, they will undoubtedly become London legends, as it says on the film, and we will, I guarantee, change their lives forever for the better. So again, thank you very much indeed for welcoming you, and I look forward to seeing you at the end of next year.
Just so you know, we're going to go ahead and once the camera gets set, we're going to go ahead and do a quick picture and then play 2 more songs and stick to the movie, okay? So I appreciate you all being here. I know it's a great sacrifice to come out today, but we truly appreciate your support. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
last piece we will do for you is a piece by Eric Whitaker called Moves Are Required.